Alright, this is part 12 now. This is, and we are very, very close. All we need to texture is these bits and maybe look at on the eyes and look at the back. But one thing I did notice is if you look here, you can see these tracks on the bottom and around the inside. But if you look here, it's just, let's go into edit mode. That's just flat, you know. So, and also I didn't mirror this. So just put a mirror on that. Let's remove that, collapse the bevel, mirror, and let's just select the cube. So we need these to show through here. And I think they're much thicker than I've made them. So what we need to do is select all of the pieces and all of the track pieces, and just deselect everything else. We don't want any of that, and we don't want this thing. And we need to make these fatter. And we have Alt-D these, which means they're all linked. But you can scale linked things independently. It doesn't affect unless you move vertices. I didn't think about that. That's probably the easiest way to do it. So yeah, once you've selected all of these, you should really only need to do it in one. Let's try. So select one of these, go into side mode and then into edit mode, and then grab, I'm using the C button, grab the lower end and make sure this is on local, which is the thingy key, apostrophe, and with period, I just said period, full stop, we want individual origins. No, I don't think that's important, just local. And I believe the axis is the y-axis, so we just pull, and you see every single one of them is doing the same thing. We just pull those down, and that is that problem solved. It doesn't need to have detail on the back as long as there's tracks, and we still retain all of the shapes that we had, and it looks a lot better. So let's just have a little peek. Yeah, all right, if we texture them it'd be easier. Okay, so this is these bits, they're all one color, and we're going to make them like a rubber. So let's make a new material, call it track. Find that. Let's go into render view, and let's just see what happens if we eyedrop that. It's nowhere near as dark as it should be, so let's bring it down. It's the roughness. Let's put the roughness right up to about there. Yeah, they do all have subdivs, sets of render, so they actually look, you know, better, more like that. But it's still too dark, so I'm going to bring the specular down. We don't want it black, but we do want it like that. And what we don't want is it to look so flat. So let's just Shift A, that will add a texture, a noise texture. We might be able to get away without having to UV. Yeah, that'll do. So we want a color ramp. Right, I don't know. One thing I keep reminding myself to mention every time, because we do have to fix this hand a little bit, and I'm going to remember it and say it while I remember it. If I was really bothered about this and I don't know, I was going to sell it or see if someone wanted to put it in a game or something, this isn't good at all. The fact that we've got these weird shapes here. So I would remesh that. I would just put a plain shrink wrap it and then set my snapping to face. And then I would just remesh this, just like we made every other shape with the plane by just extruding the vertices. I would do that for this to make this not like this. but I don't want to do that. It's not important for me. Okay, so anyway, if it's on the ground, it's probably a bit of green. But let's just put this in here first. And we want this to be very dark, and we want this to be more black. They're all the same. So yeah, they're all the same again, every single one. So we're going to do that position thing. So we want to add a texture coordinates from input, and nope, we want to add a geometry from input, and position will be our vector. And now we can see it's all changed. It's basically, to explain it, imagine this as one snapshot of the noise filter texture. Just this is as it is as an image. So this would continue in all directions seamlessly. When we use position, the image becomes all of them together. You can see that it's going on. So this image is different to there, or this texture is different to there, because this is the texture continuing, which is how we get the differences with the same duplicated thing. Let's just Control-Shift-Click that. We are obviously going to need bump. So let's just duplicate the noise, take the same position, grab one of these, reset that, plug that in there, and we're going to, just so we can see it, ramp up the scale. Like that. And add a bump node. Bam. Don't put it in the middle. Put that in height. That's in normal. It's probably too strong. Let's find out. Now that'll do. Let's see what happens when we put the subdiv on. Yeah, but we just need to make this darker. I don't want that much differentiation. And maybe we'll also just add another, actually we'll add a Musgrave. So in your textures, you want a Musgrave. We need to take that again into the vector. Might as well duplicate that, reset it. Brush that in there, Control-Shift-Click. And we want full detail and very low dimension. And then we'll just make these like a green, dirty green. We'll figure the scale out in a second. I need to move that over. So we want a mix RGB, which is in color. That's going to go through the top, and this is going to multiply over the top. This changes position every time I use it. Oh yeah, that would be why. I don't think we're going to multiply. We're going to try and change that to black. In fact, first, Control-C, hover over that, Control-C, click that, Control-V, turn this one black, and set this to screen. Okay, and then Control-Shift-Click that. And then we look at the scale, the Musgrave, and we're going to bring it right down. And let's drag this because there's far too much. Fast. And that's just way too bright. I only want it. Don't you love it when you accidentally click the right mouse button? Yeah, it just needs to be very subtle. Yeah, cool. And this thing. Wait, where did it go? Hang on. Oh, it's still here. So that triangular thing, just select that, shift select one of these link materials because they look like the same material. go. Okay, that's his legs sorted. His feet, actually, just select that thing we just added the material to, this, the triangular thing. Is that it? Yeah. So grab that triangular thing, make a new material, because this edgeware stuff we've put in, this is a much smaller shape. And I don't think I don't think I projected it. Tab, select all of it, U projection. Okay, and then let's just drag this back, or at least less white. And solo that. Why? Oh, it's the brightness, that's all. It's just the light, I suppose. Okay. Cool. All right, so let's look at these eyes. No, first what I was going to do, these are a bit too chunky. I'm not a fan of them being that chunky, so I'm just going to edit these, bring this in X-ray mode, select all of these vertices. We're going to select all of these, bring them up, and we're going to drag these in. I just want them thinner. And I think, right, don't do this yet. I'm just going to do this and see if this is going to work. It should do. I'm just going to delete those. Mirror. Oh wait, no, that was a silly idea. No, you know what? So yeah, we'll just delete these, not that side, and then select all of these, press P, which separates them as a selection. So now these are separate, because I only want to mirror that one. So if I put a mirror on and use the cube, and then we'll do the same for these. So just select all these, bring them in. That can go up a bit, yes. And that's, I didn't need to delete the mirror in the first place. Pillock. Okay, that's better. They're not so chunky. Let's look at the eyes. Okay, so if you remember, I said that this face, this massive end gun, is no good to us because we can't cut out a circle in an end gun. So let's delete that face. And I believe the one we made earlier, this face should fit. So if we Shift D that, go back to global, move it forwards one, and then hopefully if we just scale, well, I mean, all right, we need to edit it, that's fine. So let's just do that. Vertices, I need to go next way because I can't really see. There they are, okay. And we're just gonna also bump up the sub so that it's nice and rounded. File of your work. And we're just gonna put this within the boundaries. Okay, so what can we do? If I take you, put you there, if I put you there, I'll put you like there. And I need you, yeah, if I bring you up to there and move this, if you've used Illustrator before, this is all this kind of stuff you do in Illustrator. I think that's, no, it's just a little bit too high up there. It's because I've got two. Let me move that, and then let me move that. That should fit. Okay. And just take it back on the Y a little bit. like that. Did I mirror? No. Mirror. Select the cube, and if we select that and shift select that, copy to selected. Okay, now we need to cut this shape out because there is depth to those eyes. Okay, and because we have a subdiv on, let's just shift select, so select that face and this circle, and just yes, so okay, so we want to get a nice tidy, let's leave that, let's put one here, and let's start putting cuts in. We're probably going to have to edit the shape of this afterwards, because every time we put a loop in, it straightens between those 2 points, but that's fine for now. Let's put another one there, and because it doesn't matter that it's angular, because this is going through a subdiv, so once we have a look at it with the subdiv on without x-ray, it should round off. So I'm just tracing the outline of the circle using a grid, four face. Alright, and if we select those faces, right, thingy mode, and then extrude them on the Y a fair bit, you can see we get a circle. And this, as I remember, let me hide that. So we want to put loop cut in the middle, and we might as well bevel that, Control B. Let's just see how far to there. Okay. And now let's unhide, let's unhide the circle, because we're going to try and get this more rounded. In fact, let's just put a subdiv on the thing we put. Oh, Christ. Right, bear with me. Bring that forward. And then just put a loop cut. Oh, he's over here. Put a loop cut in the middle. Just bevel that. And double click that inner one and just do the insert trick. Okay. Mirror, subdiv, 2, 3. Okay. Now we can probably match this up better. So I guess we want this outer edge to match the outer edge here. There's going to be a little bit of fiddling about until we get a nice circular shape. Let's get in there. Let's go up here first. Blast. That looks about right, doesn't it? No, not wireframe. I don't want wireframe. Hide that. It's just a little bit dodgy at this end. Let me unhide. In fact, let's go out this. Blast. Hide that. We'll just. What's this? It's the solidify that's doing it and causing me all manner of not seeing the vertices. Why am I seeing none of the vertices? It's because they solidify. Okay, we just have to switch between each one. So make sure that's selected. And we're going to just try and make that a bit more circular. And actually, these bottom left, this, let's see if we move that about. I guess there. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so we can unsolo. Also Alt H, because I don't think we might need that. Let's just move that back. Okay, and then we can take this face, it's solidified, apply the solidifier. So hover over solidified, Control A. Oh no, keyboard. Sorry, it's back, it's back. Oh, we need to, this is now poking out, so we just need to fix that. So just nip into thingy mode. Let's just get those boundaries back and side. There, is it out anywhere else? Don't think so. No, that's fine. That circle does look weird now, doesn't it? How long have I been going? 21 minutes, 9 minutes, 9 minutes. What am I seeing here? That's, why is it doing that? Is that the shadow? I haven't got shadow on. What happens if I turn cavity up? It's not a shadow thing. Maybe it's a normal thing. I'm going to select all faces and mesh normals recalculate outside. It's made absolutely no difference. I am clueless as to what's going on there. It's not intersecting with anything. Or is it? Let me move that. No. I don't know why it looks like that. No clue. Anyway, we applied the solidify, so we want to select these back faces, which are our circle. No, let's just do a circle. So grab, where's that sphere? I mean that cylinder. Glad I didn't delete it. Gee way. We just want the front bit. Shift D, enter, and then P to separate by selection. Select the cylinder thing and just drag that back. No, there's a better way of doing this. Scrap that, delete that. Shift A, mesh, UV sphere. Okay, and because we don't, it's obviously a lens, so it's rounded, and it might even help us to hide this not brilliant circle. Okay, maybe a little bit bigger. And then 3, we will head into side mode and delete. Or if it's a lens, no, let's not delete it. Let's SY. We just want to make it really flat, like a lens. Take that back into the eyeball. And let's make a mirror cube and click new. And let's, if you click that and click Shift S, it will switch it out for a glass shader. We're probably going to need something behind it, so let's just put another one of these. I'm just duplicating that, taking it back, making it smaller. See what that does. Maybe, and we'll make a new material on that one. We'll switch that out for an emission just for now. Just make it like a bit like orange or something. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, and let's click back on this, which should be glass, and then if we nip over to this mode, we can see what's going on. The roughness is down. We need a subdivision surface. Subdiv 2, 3. Put that in 3. And there we go. There's our lens ish. Yeah. Oh, I forgot which material did I take that off? It was on the eyes, wasn't it? I'm trying to find that light. Oh, perfect. There it is. Is that the one? That looks a bit naff. No, it's definitely not eyes. Eyes 1. Let me just double check. Material, what is that? Oh, right. That's the glass. So it is eyes 1. Just call that glass. Select the lenses. Glass. This, I'm suddenly not quite... Is it going through the PSDF? Yes, it is. I might just reduce the noise filter mix. I'll do it. Right, how long? 26. Okay, couple more minutes. What's happened there? Is that the old one? That's the old one. Delete that. Okay, and just while we're here, let's just quickly brighten up old Warley. Which material? Just, yeah, always checking your materials. If you've got several materials, make sure in your material properties you're picking the right one. That's already quite bright. We've got the ambient occlusion is probably what's... No, it's not darkening it that much. It's this, which is the noise filter. So if we bring up the whites, maybe bring the blacks over a bit. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? What I didn't do last time, I think I didn't make these sections of his little hands. Not there. Can't see it. Yeah, these need to be the same as this metal. These sections. I think the bump's a little strong on that, isn't it? Never mind, we'll look at that. So what we need to do is just loop select that one, the little one. No, actually don't select the little one because that'll separate it from the material, which is what we want. And then we're just going to select all of these, all of these, all of these, and click the plus sign and just pick a metal for now. Metal 1. Rivets. Is that what I wanted? What's this one on? This is on wheels. So actually, we want this, the new material, to be wheels, apparently. Wheels assigned. So now they should be a different colour to the arm. Perfect. Perfect. Alright, that's probably a good point to pause. I want them out of the way. I want all this a bit further out of the way. Get out of it. I want to look at my little fella. Go on. Any bite. I don't think we're ever going to use them, but we might. He's looking pretty good, isn't he? He's looking pretty good. Okay. We'll leave it there, and we'll come back to part 13 next. So, yeah, wicked. I've been Nick, you've been you. Farewell.